차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 비맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 찐땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파치노 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스 두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선 내서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. It's the Chicago Bulls facing Cleveland. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Harper is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Rodman. And it's Longley in at the center.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the game.
In a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
To the middle. Can't get it to go. Excellent defense there from Smith. Irving kicks to LeBron. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Chicago with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's Pippen. Cannot hit. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Rodman dishes to Pippen. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And stolen by Love. A finish. And it's blocked by Jordan. And stolen by Love. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. LeBron leading the charge.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
The 7-2 Luke Longley cleaning up the mess inside.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And the dunk by Jordan.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Outside, Rodman. Longley. And Thompson sends it back. James right side. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And finished off by Longley.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark, that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists. Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Harper kicks to Pippen. Outside Jordan. He dishes it to Harper. Clock at 6. Rodman passes to Longley. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Amon Shumpert's checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Then for the Bulls, Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Pippen. Bushler comes in for Jordan. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. Shumpert dishes to Fry. Smith, no luck.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So for the Bulls, Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. And it's Simpkins in for Rodman. Nice shot by Smith.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
They swipe it. And Kerr gets it to go on the assist by Wennington.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. That one misses.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Here's Shumpert.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And he lobs it up. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Steve Kerr. Cleveland shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Fry.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Cavaliers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Thompson in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Harper kicks to Jordan. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Luke Longley's checked in for Wennington. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Irving passes to Dellavedova. Irving attacking. Chicago grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Harper kicks to Jordan. From deep. Love grabs the board.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And a wide open look for Jordan. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's LeBron. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. To the inside. It's deflected. And stolen by Love. Down low. Jordan the pass to Longley. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Rodman.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Love dishes to Irving. Love kicks to LeBron.
How about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse jam.
How pretty was that? You're right. Athletic basketball. Clark with a little bit of flair mixed in.
I like that flavor.
And you know what, guys? That baseline, though, gives you the perfect setup for the reverse. Boy, did he ever take advantage.
Cleveland moving it around. Thompson with it. Guarded now by Dennis Rodman. Irving kicks to Love. Takes the three. And James gets it to go on the assist by Love. And it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Down low. Here's Longley. And he dunks it down.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. The Bulls also changing it up. Simpkins, he's checked in for Longley. Kukoc comes in for Jordan. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Harper. And that one's good, Irving.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Rodman kicks to Kerr. Kukoc pass to Rodman. For three, Kerr. Cavaliers with the rebound. Now Cleveland moving it up. Shumpert with the ball. There's Mozgov. No good from Fry.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kerr. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Kerr's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Wennington, he's checked in for Chicago. Inside, the 9-foot shot. And the Bulls with another miss.
There's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Bulls trail by 9. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Pippen gets it to go.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And on the way from Irving for three. Rebounded by Wennington.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Smith outside. Feeds it to Shumpert. With one on the clock. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Nice shot.
And so we conclude the first half. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavaliers.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Scottie Pippen, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Looking at the game Pippen has been having, he has 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
So for Chicago right now, Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Harper. And it's Longley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Cavaliers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. The first one falls.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
And James drills them both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Bulls trail by 10. Longley passes to Jordan. The feed to Harper. Back to Jordan. To the left wing. Michael Jordan on the wing. Traps in the tray. Jordan's got 5 now.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Harper dishes to Pippen. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Bulls trail by 7. Down low. It's stolen by Smith. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Throws up. And LeBron throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kyrie Irving. And a change for the Bulls. Bushler's checked in for Pippen.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Bulls with another miss.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
It's stolen by Rodman. Outside, Kukoc. Outside, Rodman. Jordan kicks to Kukoc. Here's Rodman. And the Bulls get it back. Longley with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
LeBron kicks to Dellavedova. Back to LeBron. Love wide open. He fires. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Fry comes in for Thompson. And it's Amon Shumpert in for J.R. Smith. And James gets it to go. James has got 6 here in this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control. And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. Cleveland leading by 8. .109 left to play in the third. Here's Shumpert. It's blocked. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Mozgov with the steal. Shumpert passes to Mozgov. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bulls trail by 8. Here's Kukoc. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
The Cavaliers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. That's good for Mozgov. Irving's checked in for Cleveland. The Bulls also changing it up. Simpkins comes in for Wennington. And Scottie Pippen is subbed in for Kukoc.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Bulls trail by 8. And here's Jordan outside. And Irving pulls it down.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Fry slams it in.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top. And the final period of play just about to start. Cleveland leading by 10. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Irving in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. To the middle. Top of the key. Here's Harper. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
Shooting for Cleveland.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
LeBron James on the wing. Back to Smith. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Smith's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs. The drive by Jordan. Hits from the high post.
Yes.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Can't hit.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Harper dishes to Jordan. Here's Rodman. That 3 off the mark.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Timeout called Cleveland. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Pass to Love. Back to LeBron. It's stolen by Rodman. Outside Pippen. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Love. To the inside. And James throws it down.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And 3 from Jordan. The shot misses. Excellent defense there from Smith. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And Cleveland making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Here's Harper. Off target with his 3. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Pass to Smith. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rebound, Love. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight. James kicks to Dellavedova. Smith with a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And that's 12 points for J.R. Smith. Releases. No good off the front iron.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Cavaliers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in the game.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Smith. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Pippen. And that one comes up a bit short.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And the dunk by Love.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Longley can't get it to go. And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. For three, Smith. The drive by LeBron. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
At the line for two.
And James drills them both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Outside, Kukoc. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it.
You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset that Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how I feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here ballin', it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dream. to take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you're trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want get rich. I don't think you want get rich.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for it. NBA action. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the East All-Stars, they've got Paul George, D-Wade out there with Lowry, and it's LeBron James, and it's Anthony in the power forward position. James with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. George with no one around. Misses the jumper.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
To the inside, and LeBron throws it down hard. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Durant, no good. The West All-Stars on D. 4-point game. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Here's Leonard. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
And here's Leonard. Following Kyle Lowry's three.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Wade drives in and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
And he's not a very good foul shooter, so that's a heads-up play by the defense there.
And Wade drops them both. West All-Stars still look like they're getting going. The drive by Bryant. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
James with it. Leonard picks him up. Outside for George. Passes it to Carmelo. Kobe with the steal. Inside. Here's Curry. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The West All-Stars shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Durant. Green comes in for Kobe. Thompson, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Paul in for Curry.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Green kicks to Leonard. Thompson right side. Paul outside. A three from Leonard. A second chance effort. No good from Cousins.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Leonard. Paul passes to Aldridge. Here's Cousins. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Cousins has got his first basket.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
West All-Stars dance team. One more time. Let them hear, fans. That was your West All-Stars dance team.
1:06 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Butler from outside. Butler on the wing. And stolen by Cousins. Aldridge drives in. And it's sent back by Bosch. Feeds it to Thomas. Back to Butler. Out left to the wing. Butler on the wing. Inside. And Chris Bosch with the slam.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out. Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Outside DeRozan. It's tipped. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Misses from close range.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 8 and will return shortly. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
On the court right now for the East All-Stars, Jimmy Butler is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Wall. And it's Drummond. And in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shoots from 12. And he sinks that one in. The back of the rim on the way in. Here's Paul. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kicks it to Cousins. And stolen by Drummond. And here comes the break. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Wade.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Durant's checked in for Cousins. Kobe comes in for Green. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Chris Paul. James checked in for the East. Paul George comes in for Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Kobe kicks to Davis. On the wing, Harden. Right side, Durant. He dishes it to Curry. Paul George with the steal. Here's James. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry. The East All-Stars shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both good from the line that time. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Harden kicks to Durant. There's the dish to Kobe. Throws it up high. Millsap passes to LeBron. The shot by Wade, wide open. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 8 points for Dwayne Wade. Here's Curry with the three. Wall with some nice D.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And George kicks to LeBron. The feed to George. And the pass to Millsap. That's good from 17 feet away.
Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
Here's Harden. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like
Whoa!
Goodness.
Woo. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder. And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Lowry's checked in. Millsap a screen. Wall draws the double. Over to the wing. Outside Lowry. 6 to shoot. George dishes to LeBron. Wall's shot is off. Westbrook passes to Kobe. To the inside. Paul George with the steal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Durant. Aldridge comes in for Anthony Davis. Green, he's checked in for Bryant. And it's Klay Thompson in for Curry. A big group substitution here for the East. Andre Drummond's checked in for James. Wash comes in for Paul Millsap. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for George. And it's DeRozan in for John Wall. Pass to Bosh. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Both teams deciding to change it up. He's off on the second. Here's Thompson. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. East All-Stars ahead as they wrap up the second quarter with a tremendous 17-5 run. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
All right, fans, let's get up and get loud for your
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them.
And also, terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. He's got 8 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Steph Curry's out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Bryant. And it's Durant in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And it's Bryant in the corner. Knocked away. And stolen by James. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's Curry with the drive. Durant, no good.
You know, the alley-oop is a great...
Oh, wow. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
From the top of the key. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Stolen by Westbrook. It's Curry outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 8.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Timeout called, East All-Stars.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Catching up on changes for the West. Anthony Davis comes in for Kobe. And it's James Harden in for Steph Curry. The drive by Anthony. LeBron with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Wall, that's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Durant with a screen on Wade. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Davis has got 5 points so far. Wall attacking. No luck. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or 2, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Harden kicks to Durant. Off target from outside.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
It's tipped. And here's the fast break. And it's James missing.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Aldridge comes in for Davis. Klay Thompson is checked in for James Harden. And Paul subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Aldridge misses.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, He has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Pass to Drummond, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Thompson. Finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. 6 points for Klay Thompson.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
No coverage that time. 6 points for Chris Bosh.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The drive by Paul. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. East All-Stars ahead, just dominating this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Lowry out there with DeRozan. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Anthony in the three-set. And it's good. Paul's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the West All-Stars. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Ryan is checked in for the West. Curry comes in for Paul.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player. The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Dishes it to Bosh. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Cousins against Bosh. And Millsap, here we go. Out to DeRozan. 3 on the clock. Anthony. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. James checked in for Chris Bosh. Curry outside. The shot, no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Leonard, he's checked in for Green. The East also changing it up. George is checked in for Millsap. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And it's Wade penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he sinks the second. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Bryant dishes to Westbrook. Bryant passes to Westbrook. Feeds to Cousins. He kicks to Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Kawhi Leonard. East with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. And stolen by Cousins. Ball's knocked loose. Taken away by Anthony. And George kicks to Wade. And it's sent back by Kobe. With his first shot attempt, it's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Curry against Lowry. Outside Leonard. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by LeBron. And that one is stuffed right through.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They trail by 22. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Cousins. Anthony Davis comes in for Kobe. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And Chris Paul subbed in for Steph Curry. And the West All-Stars have possession. Thompson dishes to Leonard. To the paint. Stolen by Thomas. The numbers in their favor. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And that one's good by Bosch. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the East All-Stars?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the East All-Stars.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for them, too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for James. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And it's Butler with the jam.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Leonard. Rebound by the East All-Stars. The wide open look here for Bosch. And so the ball out of bounds. Bosch touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
There's
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.